بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. نويت التعلم والتعليم والتذكر والتذكير والنفع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على التمسك بكتاب الله وبسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم، والدعاء على الهدى والدلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Pray that you're all well, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah. So we are here. Today is the final session of the course, inshallah ta'ala. So we're going to review what we have learned so far, inshallah ta'ala, with regards to using the Uthmani Mushaf and how to read correctly, inshallah ta'ala. So before that, we'll do our recitation. We'll do our recitation like we did at the beginning of every class. So we'll recite a page from Surah Al-Imran. I think we'll recite the 4th page today, inshallah ta'ala. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم تر إلى الذين أوتوا نصيبا من الكتاب يدعون إلى كتاب الله ليحكم بينهم ثم يتولى فريق منهم وهم معرضون. ذلك بأنهم قالوا لن تمسنا النار إلا أياما معدودات وغرهم في دينهم ما كانوا يفترون. فكيف إذا جمعناهم ليوم لا ريب فيه ووفيت كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون. قل اللهم مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك ممن تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيدك الخير إنك على كل شيء قدير. تولج الليل في النهار وتولج النهار في الليل وتخرج الحي من الميت وتخرج الميت من الحي وترزق من تشاء بغير حساب. لا يتخذ المؤمنون الكافرين أولياء من دون المؤمنين ومن يفعل ذلك فليس من الله في شيء إلا أن تتقوا منهم تقاه ويحذركم الله نفسه وإلى الله المصير. قل إن تخفوا ما في صدوركم أو تبدوه يعلمه الله ويعلم ما في السماوات وما في الأرض والله على كل شيء قدير. صدق الله العظيم. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? None? No? Okay. Anyways, today's my turn to ask questions anyway. Anyways, Bismillah. I hope all of you have got your Kahoot apps. You need the Kahoot app to be able to play the game, inshallah ta'ala. Anyone who's not got their Kahoot? So you need to have your Kahoot app ready. Bismillah. So basically we'll have 3 rounds, yeah? We'll do 3 rounds of questions. 3 rounds of questions, each round having 7 questions. Each round having 7 questions based on what we have discussed so far in the course, inshallah ta'ala. 7 questions on the basis of what we have discussed so far in the course. Okay. So we'll start round 1, inshallah ta'ala. So all of you need to enter the game pin, which will come up now. So you need to enter the game pin in your app. 7894110. You need to enter the game pin. Yeah. Enter the game pin. So there's 5 of you. There you go. Is there anyone else? Okay, that's it. Okay, Bismillah. So let's start it, inshallah ta'ala. So each question you'll have 30 seconds to answer. You'll have 30 seconds to answer. Obviously, the sooner you answer, the more points you get. But obviously, the answer has to be right, so don't rush. Yeah, so you'll see the questions on my screen, the screen I've shared, yeah? The answers you'll have to select in your app. You'll see the answers on my screen as well, but you'll have to select it in your app. So there'll be 4 colors basically for most of the questions are multiple choice questions, one of which is the right answer. You have to select the correct answer in your app, So we'll start, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah. First question. Of the 15 verses of prostration marked in the Mushaf, which is or are not required by the Hanafis? Yeah, which one is not required? So we're waiting for one more answer.
Yes, Ustad.
So someone didn't answer. Or did someone have any issue?
Yeah,
Any problem?
Yes, Ustad.
What happened? Sorry.
My
I think. No, you've answered.
Oh, I've answered. I don't know, too slow.
Okay, khair, inshallah ta'ala. So most of you got it right. So the second is at the end of Surah Hajj, the second prostration marked in the Mus'haf. It's not required. So the Hanafis and the Malikis, they don't consider that to be a verse of prostration. So verse which describes the prayer. So the command to prostrate in that is descriptive, not necessarily that you have to prostrate there. So even though it's marked there, you're not required. It's not wajib upon you to prostrate as in the other 14 places. Yeah. Any questions on that? And any questions on that particular issue or on the game? Okay, good. Good. Okay, khair, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah. Yeah, in my books, it's Ilyas who's leading, like Hamza and Muhammad. I don't count you guys. Which of the following is not a sign of a recognized stop? A meme, a sin, a jim, or the pair of 3 dots? Which one of the following is not a sign of a recognized stop? Excellent. Excellent. Very good. So what is the sign a sign of?
It's the sign of a pause.
Excellent, excellent, very good. So all the others there are signs of places where you can stop. Yeah, it tells you, yeah, it's okay to stop in some way, or you must stop. But the scene is the sign of a pause. Excellent, very good. Okay, Muhammad, you're hot on the buzzer, is it? Okay, good,
I know
good.
the answer, might as well. What's to come?
You've got practice, haven't you? You've done 2 of these reviews already, haven't you?
I don't think we can count that as experience.
Yeah, yeah, it was quite traumatic, wasn't it?
Still recovering.
Okay, alhamdulillah. What are these? Yeah, so the numbering on the picture goes from right to left. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Okay. Was it too little time?
It was too little time for me. I was looking at your screen, and then by the time I went to Kahoot, the question had expired.
Oh, okay, apologies. Maybe next time I'll increase the time for this, because from 30 seconds, the next available option for me is to go to a minute. So I'll probably do that for this question. Apologies. So what is the correct answer? So number 1 is, what is this?
The real Hamza.
Excellent. Hamzatul Qat. Excellent. And the second one is?
Starring Hamza.
Yeah, it's a Hamzatul Wasl. And the third one is an alif, isn't it? It's an alif. Yeah, so all of these are different letters. Yeah, they do different things. Excellent. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. There you go. Bismillah, what are these again? What are these?
But we can't see anything.
Fine. You can't see anything.
Screen is froze.
I can see it.
Now we can see it. Oh, we've only got 6 seconds.
Well, anyways, it's all gone forever, so it hasn't really impacted anyone. So what are these? So each one of them, all of them is a Hamza. It's not Alif or a Waw or a Ya, is it? All of them, they're Hamza. The moment you see a Hamza, it's Hamza. Yes, was the question. What are these? Yeah, apologies for, I don't know if the issue was from my side. Possibly mine, because it froze for all of you, so it was an issue for my internet. It's been a bit choppy the past couple of hours. Yeah, so all of them are all Hamzas. Any questions on that? They're all Hamzas. Doesn't matter how a Hamza comes, on top of an Alif, below an Alif, top of a Ya, below a Ya, Wow, on top of a Wow, by itself, doesn't matter. It's a Hamza. Okay, no change. Which of the following is a Ya? Which of the following is a Ya? Okay. There you go. The third one is not a ya. How do you know? كتب عليكم القصاص في القتلى. كتب عليكم القصاص في القتلى. How do you know it's not a ya?
Reading
symbol
as
of
a
sukoon.
So, okay. Sorry, Ilyas. Who was it who answered? Sorry. Other after Hamza. Hello. Is there anyone? So, Ilyas, did you say something? You can still hear me?
We can still hear you.
Okay. So the last one is not a ya, it's a Hamza. Sorry, it's not a Hamza, it's a Alif. How do you know that? That what's written like a ya is preceded by a Fatha. If it were a ya, it would have a sukoon, like here on the first scenario. Alaykum. Yeah, it doesn't have a sukoon. It would have had alif there, but the thing is the word after begins with a sukoon. Al-hurru bil-hurri. So the alif gets dropped when you join. كتب عليكم القصاص في القتل الحر بالحر والعبد بالعبد. Yeah. So that's why the alif is not written there, but that's an alif. Yeah, that is an alif maqsura. And the second one is a ya. It's a ya mad. Yeah, it's a ya. But obviously you don't read it when you join. Fil qatla, that it gets dropped. But it's a ya nonetheless. So only 1 and 2 are yas. The third one isn't. Any questions on that? 1 and 2 are yas. The third one isn't. Adam, does that make sense? I can't hear you guys. Is there a problem? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can
we
hear you.
can hear you.
Okay. Okay, Bismillah. Let's go to the next question, inshallah. So which Hamza is read differently to the other two on starting on them? Which one is read differently of these three? Excellent. Very good. All of you got it right. Yeah? So can someone explain what's different about the second one?
Someone's read as Asluka. Is that why? Asluk?
No, not Asluk. I need to take some points off you now.
Oh no.
No. So how do you know what you read it with? What about the other two? What do you read it with?
The first one was Iqra and the last one's Ihdinas.
Excellent. Yeah, so it's kasra in both cases. Because the letter after has a fatha or a kasra, then you read it with a kasra. But what do you read this with? It's got a dhamma. So what do you read it with?
Usluk.
Excellent. Yeah. Usluk. Usluk yadaka fi jaybik. Excellent. Yeah, so you read it with a dhamma. Okay. There you go. Excellent. Everyone got it right. So the last question of this round, same question, which one is read differently of the three scenarios? Which one is read differently? Excellent. Very good. Very good. You guys are nailing it. That's the main thing which people find so overwhelming about the Uthmani Mushaf is the Hamzatul Wasl. They don't know what to do with it. Yeah, mashallah, excellent. So yeah, so it's the last one. How do you read the last one?
I'll have to answer.
Sorry?
Just wanted to check.
Adam? Read the last one.
Is it
Sorry?
الذي?
Excellent. Yeah, الذي يصل النار الكبرى. And I ارجعي إلى ربك and اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق.
Ustaz, could I just
There
check
you go.
the third
That's
one?
it. That's the end of round one.
It's not Lam Ta'rif though, is it? The third one. Or is it?
Yeah, let's not get too technical. It's just leave it at that. It's
But from the rules that we've learned, wouldn't you have read it as Illazi then? It's the third.
you so as far as you consider Salam Ta'arif, as far as the rules of Tajweed go, yeah, you get into Sarf morphology, then that's a different discussion. Yeah, with regards to the root of the word, how that word is derived, then that's a different discussion. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. There you go. What happened there? Okay. Good. That was round one. Was that okay? People usually complain.
Ustad, on the question of stopping, the meme, that was the meme of a club. The question was incorrect.
Yes, give it to you on that one. I couldn't write it any other way. That's how it let me write. Yeah.
Because I was actually going to change my mind at the last second, so if I did, then I would have complained.
Yeah. But it's not iqlab, it's qalb. It's not iqlab, it's qalb. So round two. Now come out of now come out to the thing and put in the new code. So for round two, 5950844. So I think we have another one who's joined us. So someone M, I don't know, apologies, I don't know your name. So you can join in on this round, inshallah ta'ala. I think we're waiting for one more, I think. Ilyas, I think. There you go. Bismillah, let's start. Which of these is a wow? Which of these is a wow? Okay. 4 of you got it right. 1 of you got it wrong. What is number 2? What is this letter?
Is it an alif?
Yeah, it's an alif. Yeah, we mentioned that. The moment you see an alif on a letter, that means that letter is the alif. That's it. Yeah. حافظوا على الصلوات والصلاة الوسطى وقوموا لله قانتين. Yeah, that's an alif, and the other two are wows. Yeah, they're waw mads. Yeah, there's no problem with that. Any questions? Any questions? Very good. Very good. What kinds of stops are these? So the numbering on the top is from right to left. Okay, two of you got it wrong. Pick number 2. So this is not preferred. The sila is not a preferred stop. You're allowed to stop, but better to carry on. It's not non-preferred stop. Yeah. Jim is correct. It's allowed. You're allowed to do either way. There's no preference either way. And qila, it's preferred to carry on. Sorry, preferred to stop. Apologies. Yeah, it's preferred to stop. Any questions on that? It's preferable for you to stop on that. Any questions? Any questions? No. Okay, good. What kinds of stops are these again? What are these? Excellent. Excellent. Very good. So there's nothing to say there. So the la means you're not allowed to stop there. It's a bad place. It's a foul stop. It's called in Arabic. It's called waqfun qabih. It's a foul stop. It's a very bad place to stop. And the pairs of 3 dots are mutually exclusive. Yeah, you can stop at either one, but not both. And you're not required to stop. You can carry on if you want. And the meme is a place where you are required to stop. You are required to stop. Yeah, excellent. Very good, very good. Which of the following letters is never read? So of these 2 alifs, which one is never read? Which of the following letters is never read? Okay. 3 of you got it right. Can someone explain, please? Khalida, what do you think? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. How do you say Khalida? Or...
Yeah, Khalida.
Okay.
Because I'm on my phone, I have to go between the apps, and then I didn't get a chance to press the button. I just guessed it's Kawarira. I don't read the Alif is silent. I'm not sure.
So it's, you look at the sign. Yeah, you look at the sign. So can you see that there's an ellipse, like an oval on top of the first one? Yeah. The second one is more like a circle. It's like a circle. Yeah. So this is called sifr mustatil. This is whenever a letter has this, it'll only be an alif which has this. You read that alif only when you stop. Only when you stop. Yeah, the 7 alifs, all of them have this. So only when you stop. Whereas the small circle, regardless of which letter it can be on an alif or a waw or a ya, you don't read that letter, period. In no circumstance will you read. You just ignore that letter always, as though it's not a part of your recitation, regardless of whatever you're doing. So when you stop at the end of the first ayah, من فضة وأكواب كانت قواريرا. So then you do the alif. So you read it because you're stopping there. Yeah. The second ayah, if you're carrying on, you don't read it. قوارير من فضة قدروها تقديرا. The alif is not read when you're carrying on. But if you stop there, if you did it the other way around, you didn't stop here and you stopped there, what would you do? من فضة وأكواب كانت قوارير. So neither is this alif is not read because you carried on now. So you don't read this alif, and this alif you're not going to read anyway. Yeah. Does that make sense? So when you have an ellipse or an oval on top of the letter, on top of the alif, you only read it if you stop on it. If you're carrying on, you don't read it. Whereas if it has a circle, then you don't read that letter ever. Yeah, it's never read. Does it make sense?
May I ask something, please?
Okay.
During our practice sessions, we've had long discussions about this in the sense that the ellipse looks more like a circle and the circle looks more like an ellipse. So what I'll explain to you why. So basically what we ended up deciding between ourselves is that the ellipse has got like you see more of the middle bit. So the middle bit looks more like an ellipse, but the outside looks more like a circle. And then
Sorry, I'm not following you.
no, seriously, we've had such long discussions during our review sessions about this.
Okay. Sorry.
I'll wait for you to zoom on it.
Yeah. Okay. What's so difficult?
So, do you partially agree that the ellipse looks more like a circle, and the circle looks more like an ellipse? You know, the smaller one.
I think you need cylindrical lens on your, your specs.
You know what? Maybe all three of us in our
some lateral distortion.
But all three of us in our practice session thought the same thing. But I mean, the way we differentiate it now is the smaller one is a circle, so you never read it, and then the bigger one, which is an ellipse, but we think looks more like a circle.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever sails your ship.
No, the reason I mentioned this is just in case other people here as well thought that. You know, I go for the middle. So for the ellipse, you see a bit more of the middle bit, whereas the circle you see less. Apologies if I'm confusing people. I'm going to shut up now.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think you've succeeded. But yeah, it's straightforward. Yeah. If it's an ellipse, I don't see what's the problem there. That's the head of a meme. That's how it's written. It's the head of a meme because it's for the jazm that you don't read it ever. Yeah. And that's sifr mustatil. It's an ellipse. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. People
So
have
what does mustatil mean?
Mustatil means elongated. Mustatil means elongated. Mustadir means rounded. So it's like an elongated 0 and a rounded 0.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't very clear. The resolution wasn't very good. But here it's clear what you're looking at. One is definitely longer, bigger than the other. Okay, next question. Which of the following words end with an alif when stopping on them? End with an alif when stopping on them. Someone fell for it. Someone fell for it. Can someone explain, please? Someone explain? Adam, can you explain, please?
Is it because when you stop it around there, it becomes a ha?
Yeah, that's correct. So when you stop on a ta marbuta, you read it as a ha. Khalifa. That's correct. What about the second one? How do you stop there?
You stop when you say because
Yeah.
yes, but
But that's correct. But why is the alif not written then?
because if you carried on, it wouldn't have an alif.
No, but then like generally speaking, that alif is written. So mawquta, the alif is written, isn't it? Like generally speaking, the alif is written. But in these words, words like these, the alif isn't written. What is the reason? Can someone help Adam, please?
The Hamza doesn't like an alif before and after it, so the one after it is dropped.
Yeah. So the one after is not written because the Hamza, like Muhammad said, doesn't like alif before it and after it. Allahu alam, if it were written, Muhammad would have a problem with it. That doesn't look like an alif or something like that. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, the Hamza doesn't like an alif before and an alif after. That's the reason the alif after is not written. Yes, Adam, does that make sense?
Yes, yes, Ustad.
Okay. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Good. Good. Which of the following words, yeah, again, end with an alif and stopping on them? Excellent. Okay, there's one person who got it wrong, 1 and 2. No, why would you stop with alif on the first one? It's only if it's got a fathatain, the two fathas. Only in that case. Yeah? If you stop on the first one, wala nisa. That's it. The third one, min nisa. The second one, wa nisa. That's it. Yeah? So you stop on an alif only for the fathatain, not for anything else. The two fathas, nothing else. Okay? There you go. How long is the following elongation, Red? There's only one correct answer, so if you know what it is, then you need to read the others. Okay. So yeah, a couple of you fell for the trap. Yeah. It's not 4 vowel counts always. Why? Can someone explain? Can
Because
someone yeah, go ahead.
if you carry on, that there's a hamza after it, but if you don't, then there is no hamza after it. You treat it differently.
Excellent. It goes back to being normal, which is 2 counts. Yeah. So it's just ma. That's it. Yeah. But if you carry it on, ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. Yeah. So then you do 4 counts. So the correct answer is 4 vowel counts on joining, carrying on. Not 4 vowel counts always. Yeah. Or the first one, 4 vowel counts on stopping on it. If you're stopping on it, no doubt, it's only 2. Yeah. There's nothing after it. You've stopped. That's it. So it's just 2. Any questions on that? Any questions? Any questions? The thing is, I'm used to people just revolting on the reviews. People just object to everything left, right, and center. I think that's because by the time we have our first review in the Tajweed Comprehensive course, I think we've been together for like 3 months already, so people are very comfortable speaking their mind. Isn't it, Muhammad?
I think you've learned a lot from our constructive feedback from the previous review sessions to improve the
Okay.
questions. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, constructive feedback is it? Okay.
Ustad, I was going to say the same thing as well. I think you've started wording your questions better now.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, there you go. That's enough. That's too much now. Yeah. So the last round, inshallah ta'ala. Last round. So it's 790665. There you go. Yeah, everyone. Bismillah, let's start. Which of the following statements is or are true? Excellent. Very good. I think some people didn't answer. I think it's because of the time. I think it's that's why I mentioned the message which was sent out is you should have 2 screens ideally, one to look at the questions, another to answer. So if you're swapping between screens, you're going to lose a lot of time and you'll probably not have enough time to answer. Yeah, so that might be an issue. So yeah, so the first 2 statements are incorrect. What is the reason they're incorrect? Ilyas? What is the reason? Sorry, they are incorrect.
Can I have a go?
Bismillah, go for it.
Is it not? Is the first one? It should be 4 counts, and number 2 should be 6 counts.
Excellent. That's it. It should be the other way around. Yeah. Yeah. Someone deliberately put in the wrong statements there. I wonder who. There you go. Very good. Excellent. Oh, you answered it correctly. Oh, you didn't have time to answer. Apologies. Apologies.
Have time to
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. In the following scenario, when joining, the lamb is not heard. True or false? In the following scenario, when joining, the lamb is not heard. Excellent. Excellent. And why is that the case? And how do you know? Adam, how do you know?
Is it because the lamb doesn't have anything on it?
And what else?
And the raw has a shadda on it.
Excellent. Excellent. Both are important. The lamb doesn't have anything on it, and the next letter has a shadda. To tell you, the first letter has completely merged into the second letter. So you say, وَقُلْ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا. وَقُلْ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا. But if you happen to stop there, how would you say it? What if you happen to stop there, how would you say it?
Pronounce the lam.
Excellent. So you say waqul, then the lamb comes back because now you've stopped there. Yeah, now you stopped there, so the lamb comes back in that instance. Okay, excellent. Very good. Very good. Pick the odd one out from the following broken letters. So Ain, Qaf, Sin, and Noon. Which one is the odd one out from these? Okay. Most of you got it right. Someone thought it was Sin for whatever reason. But why is Ain the odd one out from all of these? So, anyone wants to answer? Why is the Ain the odd one?
It contains a lean, so you can read it for 4 or 6 counts.
Okay, excellent, very good. Yeah. So all the other letters have like normal elongations. So Qaf is Alif, Sin is Ya, Noon is Waw. So all of them are elongations. A, E, U, all of them are mads. Whereas the Ain is not originally a mad, it's a Ya sakina preceded by Fatha. Ain, Ain. Yeah. So that's why it's the odd one out. Okay. Excellent. Very good. Mansoor is on fire. Very good. Pick the odd one out from, again, same kind of question. Between the alif, the ya, the ra, and the ha. Which one is different? Okay. So most of you got it right. It is the alif. For what reason? For what reason? Mansoor, would you like to answer? Okay. Bismillah, someone else?
Is it?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead.
All
Yeah.
the others have a makhraj. Alif doesn't,
So, Alif?
doesn't have a makhraj.
No. The reason being, is there any mud? So listen to these other letters. Ya, Ra, Ha, and Alif. Is there any mud in the letter Alif?
No.
Yeah, so just a second. Which one? Which one did? No, it wasn't in this. It was in this lesson. Yeah, yeah. See, Alif. So the other letters, Ya, Ha, and Ra, all of them have a mud in it. Have an Alif mud. Whereas the letter Alif itself, there is no mud in it. Yeah, there is no elongation. There's neither an Alif mud or a Waw mud or a Ya mud. There's nothing in it. Yeah, so that's why that's the odd one out. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, Jazakallahu khairan. Very good. Very good. How is the noon of the tanween read in the following situation? Excellent. MashaAllah. Very good. كذبت عاد المرسلين. Yeah, very good. Very good. Nothing more to be said. Very good. Which of the following elongations are always read? Okay. Some thought it's all of them. No, this one we mentioned, the one in between words, this one, hadihi, after the word hadihi especially, it's read only when you carry on. If you stopped, then what would you say? Zadathu hadi. Hadi. You stop with the sukun and the ha. This mad is read only when you carry on. Zadathu hadihi imana. You read that mad only when you carry on, not when you stop. Yeah. As for those in between the words, like within the words, they're always read. You can't stop in within the word. So those letters which are not written as a part of the script, but you have those signs, yeah, indicating the presence of those letters in the recitation. Then yeah, those letters are always read. So 1 and 3 is always read, whereas the second, that ya mad there, is only read when you carry on. زادته هذه إيمانا. Yeah, but if you stopped, the زادته هذه. That's it. Any questions?
Afwan, can I just confirm one thing? So if the word ended with a ya, and then there was a ya mud, then this one is.
Don't bring that up now. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's yeah. Those are very rare situations. Yeah. Yeah. I unfortunately did bring it up in the last session. Shouldn't have brought it up. It's
All right.
it,
Okay.
it's easier if we don't talk about it now.
Yeah.
Those are very rare situations, and that never ever happens in any recognized place of stopping. There's no there's no good place to stop where that happens.
Okay. Have fun.
Yeah, so you would always carry on in such places. So not knowing that doesn't necessarily affect your recitation.
Jazakallah khair.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay, good, Mansoor, very good. Last question. Which of the following is or are read as seen only, as a seen only? Very good. Most of you got it right. Someone thought none and someone thought all. So what is the rule? Can someone explain, please? How do you know what to do? Someone?
Is number 3, you have a choice which letter to read?
Yeah. If the scene is written below the Sad, that means you have a choice. You can do either or. You can read it as Sad or you can read it as a scene. Yeah. Whereas if the scene is written on top of the Sad, so the first one occurs in Surah Al-Baqarah, second one occurs in Surah Al-A'raf. So then you have no choice. You have to read it as a scene. So you have to read it وَيَبْسُ وَيَبْسُطُ, not وَيَبْسُطُ. No. You have to read it وَيَبْسُطُ. Likewise, بَسْطَهْ, not بَسْطَهْ. No, you can't do it as a sword. You have to read it بَسْطَهْ. And this, the third word in Surah Tur, you have a choice. You can read it as a sword, Al-Musaytirun, or you can read it Al-Musaytirun. You can read it as a sword or you can read it as a scene. You can do both. I mean, you can do either or. Yeah. That was the last question. There you go. Mansoor, very good, excellent. I think Mansoor just about got used to the thing in round 3, I think. Okay, very good. Very good. Excellent. So that was a kind of a review of the things which we have touched on in this course, inshallah ta'ala. And obviously, it was my first time doing this course. So apologies. Just by doing it for the first time, I've realized that a lot of things I can do differently to make it better, inshallah ta'ala, next time, so that it's of more benefit. Hopefully there was some benefit in it. My intention was to make things easy as possible for people, even though that may not necessarily have been the case, especially the last class. I touched on a lot of things which I probably shouldn't have touched on, given the brevity of the course and what we were trying to accomplish in a short period of time. But yeah, inshallah, hopefully it was beneficial. Please, this should be a starting point for you. Not necessarily, this should be like a starting point and not like something you did and you just left. So you need to carry on, inshallah ta'ala, with regards to trying to learn how to better engage. It's a lifelong journey of trying to improve your engagement with the Quran. Trying to increase. It's a lifelong journey for all of us. Yeah. None of us will be. There's only one who was perfect. That was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All of us, we are on a journey. Yeah, we try to do the best that we can, inshallah ta'ala, and we carry on doing that. So before we finish, obviously today was the last day. So next week onwards, inshallah, in the same time, we'll be starting the new batch of the Tajweed Comprehensive course. Where is this? This is, I can't see it. Yeah, it's here. Yeah. We're starting the new batch of the Tajweed Comprehensive course, inshallah ta'ala, next week. So basically, this course is a duration of a year. You'll go through everything that you need to know. Everything that you need to know, not just with regards to, like this course was more so just about trying to understand the Mushaf, the step one. We barely talked anything about recitation, about Tajweed, quote unquote, or how to recite. The focus was mainly on step one. Yeah. But in reality, what we want by doing step one properly is to enable ourselves to do step two properly, which is to recite the Quran correctly. Yeah. Step one is necessary in order to do step two. But step two is the goal. Ultimate goal is to be able to recite correctly. Yeah. And inshallah ta'ala, over the duration of the course, we'll go through everything. That you need to know. We need to know with regards to reciting the Quran correctly. In detail. We'll talk about it. So it's not just about how to do something, yeah? We won't just talk about how. We'll talk about why as well, to understand. Yeah. Understanding is key to engagement. The more you increase in understanding, the more you increase in attachment. Yeah. If it is just about do this, do that, which a lot of this course was, given the nature of the time frame, it was just do this, do that. But there's reason for everything. Yeah. So we'll talk about more of understanding why we do what we do, why we recite the way we recite. Yeah. So we'll talk about everything to do with reciting the Quran properly, and not just that. The focus will be on recitation as well, and trying on your actual recitation. You'll be reciting on a weekly basis. Practice how to recite correctly, and also to recite fluently. So you'll have reading circles. You'll be reciting amongst the students. You'll be reciting together on how to improve your fluency. So basically, to enable you to read from Fatiha to Nas consistently, khatam after khatam, inshallah ta'ala, consistently and correctly. Any questions on the course, if you want? Any questions? You want to know something? If there's anyone who wants to know anything. Yeah, so if you're interested, or if you have friends and family, anyone who's interested, please feel free to encourage them as well. Yeah. So Bismillah. Anyone? Who was that? Muhammad?
It was me. Let me just say two things, please. First of all, Jazakallah khair for putting the how to use the Uthmani Mushaf course. I found it extremely helpful. These 4 weeks, it's consolidated what we've learned before, but the way you've approached it, it's made it easy to understand and apply what we've gone through before. And what I really liked from it is you picked those things that are very relevant to our daily reading of the Quran. Something which I wouldn't have been able to do myself. So Jazakallah khair for putting the course, and it's despite being enrolled in the Tajweed Comprehensive course at the moment, I still feel that this was extremely helpful and beneficial. Like, for example, I've been meaning to revise term 1 for ages, but never got to do it until we've got a review session today, so that forced myself to revise. So Jazakallah khair. The second thing, very, very briefly, is just in case some people are thinking about joining the next batch of the Tajweed Comprehensive course, I just very briefly wanted to mention something, a personal thing that happened to me. So about 9 months ago, when the current batch I'm enrolled in, the advert came out, I thought it's a great course and wanted to enroll. And I remember meeting you outside of Felicity House and telling you, well, it's a great course, I would like to enroll. However, I didn't apply initially, and I waited, and each day that I waited, the whispers of the shaitan was such that it gave me a new reason why I shouldn't be applying. Like, and I could list all the reasons, like I wouldn't have time to do it, all sorts of reasons. I'll be at work, or it'll be too much. I can go on YouTube and then read it. But what happened was, up to the deadline of the course, I still didn't apply for it, and then when the deadline came, I regretted it, because then I thought, oh, I've missed out now. But alhamdulillah, I got a second chance, and you sent me a message and said, there's still a place, do you want it? And immediately I said yes. And looking back, the best thing I've ever done in the last 9 months is to apply for the course, because at least it's made me become aware of the things that I didn't know while reading the Qur'an. And as you've said to us before, the clever person is the one who asks himself questions about himself in this world and avoids being asked questions in the next world. So what I wanted to say was, if anybody here has got even less than 1% feels that this course may be beneficial, don't think about it, just apply. Because what's the worst that can happen? You go through it as a revision, but trust me, it's not going to be that. It's going to be a lot more that you get from it. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khairan, Muhammad. That's good. Yeah, so anyone interested, please feel you can join, inshallah ta'ala. The intention is to make this accessible to people in the English language. Obviously, in Arabic, you have a lot of extremely qualified people who can take you through everything. But in English, you have limited opportunities to do so at this level of detail. Yeah, you can learn the basics, no doubt. Yeah, but at this level of detail, such that you're competent, inshallah ta'ala, and you can get to a level where you're helping others as well. Maybe your own family, your own children, your own friends, your immediate circle, and then inshallah on a wider level in the community as well. Yeah, so like Hamza now, he's mashallah, he's teaching now, isn't he?
Alhamdulillah, yeah. And Adam there, he's Hashim's younger brother. He's my cousin, so he should be signing up, inshallah.
Mashallah.
So I started with him we started in January. So he's been reading with me for the last 10, 11 months. So that's why I told him that, inshallah, now he's got a good foundation. You should be able to sign up, and you should be able to benefit even further.
Inshallah. So Hashim, he's already in the course. Mashallah, very good. What's the question? Sorry. How is the theory and recitation divided, and how long each week? So recitation, you'll be reciting the short chapters. So obviously it's 40 weeks course. So Surah Nas plus all this, Surah Fatiha, and then the short chapters from Nas up to Surah Al-Qadr. That's 19 surahs, but Surah Bayna is long in between, so you split it up into 2, so you get 20. So what you do is, Bismillah, Muhammad, you can explain how does it work?
So there's 3 parts to the course. there's one which is the theory, and that's where Ustad is going to teach the class about a particular topic which is chosen every week. So the theory is what you can see on the screen here, the different titles. The second part of it is you have a one-to-one session with Ustad, and a surah is given in advance where you get to practice it throughout the week. And then for 2 weeks, you practice reciting it to Ustad. And then the first time he'll correct you, and then you go and work on it again. And then the second time, in the case of myself, he corrects you again. But effectively, it starts off with the major mistakes and then move on to the other mistakes in terms of corrections. So people shouldn't feel that if they don't feel they're reading well enough that, you know, but anybody would benefit, because it's a one-to-one session which is very much personalized to the person. So that's the second part, which is the recitation. The third part is a review between students in the course. So it's either 2 or 3 students in the course. They get together once a week, and then a portion of, in our case, a portion of Surah Baqarah is given every week, and then we listen to the recitation first, and then each one of us practices reading it to each other, and then if we've picked up something that the other person could improve on, we talk about it during the session. And what we used to do, but we haven't done before, but maybe we should start again, is at the end of each session between each other, we review the previous week's theory just to consolidate the learning from it. So 3 sessions, one of them the theory with Ustad, the second one is a practice, a recitation one-to-one with Ustad, and the third one is a between students reading to each other.
So the recitation doesn't take more than like 10-15 minutes. So the recitation session between myself and yourselves would take more than 10 minutes. So you'll be reciting a short surah. So you'll just do that once a week. You repeat every surah twice. So basically you repeat every surah. You do each surah twice. And then the review session, the reading circles amongst yourself, I don't know, shouldn't take more than half an hour, shouldn't. And you guys have your long discussions, but in reality, it shouldn't take more than half an hour. Yeah, so that's...
I was going to say it takes us 45 minutes to get going, because we chat about what we've been doing for the week.
yeah, that's not a part of the course, though.
No. You're right. It's about half an hour.
Yeah, I shouldn't take more than half an hour. Yeah, any other questions? Yeah, so that's, yeah. Any other questions before we finish?
So just one question. Someone asked me, they said they can't do Friday evening, so they're just wondering, the next batch of students you take on, do you know what day of the week it'll be?
I think I'm full now, to be honest. I don't think I can take on any more.
When the next batch finishes,
The next batch, it'll probably be after Ramadan, I'd imagine. I don't expect to be another batch soon. There to be another batch soon.
Okay, so after Ramadan. Okay.
Yeah, after Ramadan, most likely. Inshallah ta'ala. So yeah, if anyone's interested, by all means, if you have any questions later as well, please feel free to contact us. And we hope you have benefited, inshallah ta'ala, and please spread the word. With that, we'll finish inshallah ta'ala. اللهم انفعنا وارفعنا بالقرآن الكريم واجعله لنا إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة. اللهم ذكرنا منه ما نسينا وعلمنا منه ما جهلنا وارزقنا تلاوته آناء الليل وأطراف النهار واجعله لنا شفاء وشفيعا وحجة يا رب العالمين. وجزى الله عنا سيدنا محمدا صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم ما هو أهله. وجزاكم الله كل خير، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Alaikum wa alaikum salam.